What up, guys? Welcome to the SATS show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. Welcome. Hope everybody's having a good day. It's a Monday. The hardest day of the week is done. Hope you had a good weekend. It's Monday. It's all downhill from here in a good way. What up, Leonard? What up, Carl? Let's go. Had a busy weekend. I fished with Leonard. I spearfished with Bo. And I did, I'm counting today as part of the weekend. Did jiu-jitsu today. Had a good class. It's fun. Yeah. Not bad. Not a bad start to the week. The last thing I need to do today to have a great start to the week is to stack some SATs. So today we're going to stack some SATs. But before we do, we're going to jump into the SAT recap. I almost said stack recap. SAT recap. Today, Bitcoin is down. Sell everything. Sell everything before it goes to zero. Psych. Just kidding. Don't do that. Today, for a single dollar, you can buy 3,432 Satoshis. What the hell is a Satoshi? Satoshi is like a penny to the dollar. So 100 pennies are in $1. 100 million Satoshis are in one Bitcoin. So you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin. You don't have to go spend $29,140 to buy one Bitcoin. No. You could just buy $10 worth. You can buy $1 worth. And the dollar worth of Bitcoin will get you 3,432 sats today. Okay? Let's just say you're walking down the street, find a penny, pick it up, and all the day you'll have 34.32 Satoshis. So one penny can get you 34.32 Satoshis. It's a heck of a deal. It's a great deal. Okay? All right. That's the SAT strength. I cracked myself up. So the theme for today's episode, mind you guys, I try to keep things very basic because I don't want to scare anybody away from just getting into Bitcoin and starting to understand it. Okay. So the title for today's episode is Bitcoin is Hope, right? And let me tell you why it's hope. So it's going to be a super short segment. We like to call this segment the Why We Stack segment. Let's put a little epic music. Set a nice bass for the quick little pep talk that I'm going to give you about Bitcoin. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just a little brief of the benefits of Bitcoin so that it inspires you to do the research yourself and study Bitcoin. But the reason why I say Bitcoin is hope, the reason why a lot of people believe Bitcoin is hope, is because for the first time in the history of mankind, we have an asset class that's outside of the influence of governments and institutions, and it can't be devalued. It can't be debased like the money system gets debased every day. So you can save in Bitcoin, and therefore, when you have the ability to save and really not have that savings or that asset devalued by inflation or be able to be seized. For us, we don't have to worry that much about it being seized because we're in America and it's pretty free, I guess, right? But like in other countries where it's lawlessness, maybe people don't have access to bank accounts, even as long as they have a cell phone and internet, they can get a little bit of hope. They can save a little bit of their wealth in Bitcoin outside of the grasp of everybody except them with their seed phrase, right? So that's why Bitcoin is hope. Once you realize that you can save and plan for the future, you get a little bit of hope, right? You start to understand that, yeah, that is a possibility now, right? Imagine a war-torn country where there's no banking institution, right? Or even if it was a banking institution, if you saved it in that local currency, anything other than the dollar is devaluing even faster, right? So when you have something you can save in, or you know your value is going to be preserved, your wealth is going to be preserved, you have that little bit of hope. It inspires you to plan for the future and to have a long-term mindset as opposed to having a short-term mindset where you're living in the now, where you're spending money quickly before it goes not out of style, but before it loses its value, because you know that it's not holding its value. So you can't understand why when you save, you're not getting to your goals. You're saving, you're working 2 jobs, maybe working 3 jobs, or you're married, or you have a significant other, and you're both working, and you're still just making enough to get by. You're not having a bountiful life because you don't realize that inflation is leeching that prosperity from your account. Yep, you have the same number of dollars, your dollar number is going up, but the purchasing power of those dollars is going down, right? And that's reflected in real estate. It's reflected in the prices of everything, right? So that's why we save in Bitcoin. That's why Bitcoin is hope. It gives you a vessel to put your wealth in that's outside of the inflation. So I got. So with that, let's jump in to the premise of this whole show. In this show, I wanted to show you guys, part of the show is I just wanted to show you the idea of that you don't need to buy a whole Bitcoin at once, right? And maybe you don't even believe in the Bitcoin, what do you call it? The Bitcoin, I guess, narrative or the Bitcoin idea, because you haven't done the whole research. But if you do a little bit of research, right, you'll start to understand it, and you don't have to go all in. You could just start with $5, $10, $10 a day, $10 a month, $10 a week, whatever works for you, right? Just so you start to see how it works. Okay. So here we're going to go into our stack for the show with the stack recap. Okay, so let's see our current position for the show. And again, in the show, we're stacking $10 a day unless our average buy price is below the current price. Sorry, is above the current price of Bitcoin, which is not today. So today we're only going to buy $10 worth of Bitcoin. Okay, we're going to buy our Bitcoin through swanbitcoin.com. If you want to use our affiliate link, that'd be great. It is StackSats show /swan. I'm gonna put the Nightbot shortcut in the chat. !swan will get you our link. And if you use our link to sign up to Swan Bitcoin, you'll get $10 of free Bitcoin. Okay, or $10 worth of Bitcoin when you sign up. Okay. But that said, look at our position. We're still ahead 2%, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that this number keeps going up. Okay, these numbers, the same number. This is what it looks like in Bitcoin notation. This is what it looks like in SAT notation. Basically, you take this and move a decimal point over 8 places. Okay, that gives you 100 million. So that's 1,000. Is it 100 million or 10 million? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Because the 100 million is a 1. So 100 million Sats gives you 1 Bitcoin. Okay. All right. So that's our current position. And today, since the price of Bitcoin is above our average buy price, we're only going to buy $10 worth. It's going to cost us 10 cents to make that transaction. Okay. So let's jump into it. Let's set up this chart. So today's 24th. Yep. Today's the 24th. Okay. And we're going to set up the next buy. Let's see. Today is episode 36. We bought Bitcoin on the show 36 times, and sometimes offline as well. Or is this not? So, okay. All right, here we go. Yeah, so that's a setup, and we're gonna go to our Swan Bitcoin account. There we go. But before we do that, we gotta introduce the segment, because ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Time to stack some sats. sats. Let's go. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're doing it. $10 worth. Hit buy now. Oh, $10. I'm gonna change my screen real quick. Preview buy. I'm gonna copy this information. Add it to my notes. Okay, and then there we go. We're paying a 0.99% fee, which is 10 cents for $10 worth of Bitcoin. Our total cost is going to be $10.10. And stop the music. Start the drum roll, please. We're stacking, boys. Here we go. Don't give up on me, drummer. Keep drumming. Keep that drum roll going. Is it gonna work? Let's see. Is it gonna go? Let's see. $10 worth of Bitcoin. Trying to stack it right now. Still not going. Come on. Keep the drum going. Oh my gosh. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Took a little bit longer than expected. The drummer is tired, but we've done it. We've stacked. It's won. Just like that. It's that easy. It's that easy. Okay. Real quick, I'm gonna show you guys something in case you haven't seen this before. You don't have to go in there. You don't have to go in there and buy every single time like I do on the show. You can set up a savings plan and say $10 per day or $50 per week or I don't know, $200 per month. It's up to you, right? The whole idea is that we're buying Bitcoin no matter what at whatever price it's at. Because like I said before, our goal here is to increase our SAT count, not our dollar value of holdings. The dollar value is going to always change, right? We got to get ourselves out of the system of thinking in terms of dollars and start thinking in terms of SATs, start thinking in terms of Bitcoin. Okay. So let's add this last purchase to our chart while I throw on some calming music, because after stacking, gotta chill. Stack and chill. That's what we do. Stack and chill. So we bought this at 194. 29,194. We bought $10.10. Well, we bought $10 worth of Bitcoin, cost us 10 cents. And that yielded 34,254. 34,254. Copy the formula. If it's your first time watching the show, you will say hello and we will get you 1,000 Satoshis right now, live, direct to your Lightning Wallet account. And if you don't know how to set up a Lightning Wallet, we'll teach you how to set up a Lightning Wallet and I will send you 1,000 sats right now, live on the show. So just say hello in the chat, hit the subscribe button, wait a minute, and then just say hello and say, where's my sats? I need my 1,000 sats. All right, so there it is. We've added another 34,254 Satoshis. Bam. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good buy. So now we're gonna go up here and see what our current position is. Look at that. 1.6 million sats. Choo! What up, Leonard? That's cool, huh? So yeah, the idea here is that we're always trying to increase this number, okay, little by little, and the price is going to do what the price does. It doesn't matter. Over the long term, Bitcoin is trending up, so your saving goals will be, you'll get to those savings goals sooner, right? Anyway, that's the way we stack. If you have any questions, do put them in the chat. We're gonna chill and answer questions. And if I don't see any questions come up, I'm just gonna tell you what's happening in my life, I guess. in my life. So super stoked. Feeling good about Bitcoin, sharing the Bitcoin message, I guess. Right? I started listening to a book called The Fiat Standard, which is a follow-up to the book The Bitcoin Standard. It's pretty crazy. Just the way that the money system is set up. If you haven't read any of those books or haven't listened to any of those books, I recommend you check out the book called Inventing Bitcoin. That's a good book. And then after that, you should listen to The Bitcoin Standard. So really good books. Help you understand a little bit more of how it works and why it matters and why it's unique. Yeah, it's crazy. All right. So with that, hope you guys are stacking. If not, if you guys are having trouble stacking, let me know. Remember, these are the main things you have to worry about. You need to buy your Bitcoin at a reputable exchange like Swan Bitcoin. Once you buy your Bitcoin, it's going to take about 10 days for those transactions to clear. Once those transactions clear, you want to take your Bitcoin off of the exchange and onto some sort of hardware wallet. If you're going to use, you can use a Blockstream.io Jade wallet. You'll need to install the Blockstream Green wallet on your phone and then pair it with your hardware wallet. If you don't have a computer, that's the best way to do it probably. If you do have a computer, you can use something like a Trezor. We have affiliate links for a Trezor in the chat and also in our Discord server. Let me see. Do I have a Trezor one? Do I have a Trezor shortcut? Let's see. And so the whole point of that, guys, the whole point of taking your Bitcoin off of an exchange is that if it's not in your wallet that you have the keys for, you shouldn't consider it yours yet, right? Because if an exchange goes out of business and your Bitcoin's sitting on that account that's on that exchange, then you don't have access to that Bitcoin. You won't be able to restore it because you don't have the keys to that wallet that's holding your Bitcoin at an exchange, okay? So as soon as that clears, send it to yourself, either to your Blockstream Green wallet or Moon wallet, M-U-U-N, or there's a lot of wallets you can use, but those are some pretty good ones. And then once it's off of the exchange, just continue to stack. Just like the money you would spend on like cigarettes. If you're smoking, don't smoke. It's not financial advice, but it is health advice. Don't smoke. Stop smoking, and buy Bitcoin with that money instead. Right? Look at your spending habits and see what things you can do away with or live without, right? And just start stacking sats. You'll start seeing your sat count go up, and then you start seeing like the benefits of it. You start seeing, then you'll start to think like, man, I don't use this thing in my house. Like, I need to sell it because those are some sats just sitting there, you know, waiting to get converted. Baits, I know, right? You can buy baits, Leonard. Baits are good. But I have like for example, baits, right, Leonard? I have like a binder full of those Z-Man baits, and those things last forever. I'll probably never go through them, like every single one. You know, it's just like I have so many. And then, yeah, baits are okay. I think you don't buy that many baits, do you, Leonard? But like, I don't know, random stuff. Stock more in the will to go. Stock more in the will to go fish. Right? That's funny. I went fishing on well, Leonard and I shore pounded on Saturday. That was fun. We went to Rockies, dude. Got some burgers. That was fun. And then I started to go spearfishing with Bo. Well, we went spearfishing with Bo, but like we couldn't find any patties. We went all the way to the 9, and then we hugged the border, and then came all the way back to like Point Loma, and then back to Mission Bay. It was a good run. But dude, the whole time we just found this one giant patty. It wasn't holding any pelagic fish, just a bunch of bait. And then we left the patty, went further west to try to find different patties. We didn't see a single one after that. We were so desperate to find another patty that we came back to where that giant patty was, and we ended up finding it again, but still there was no fish on it. So we both got in on it. It was sad, but it was nice to get out on the water. It was nice to get in the water. It was like 86 degrees. Dude, it felt nice. We saw, I had never seen a mullet jump. We saw like 2 mullets that like literally jumped out of the water. They're like maybe like 3 or 4 feet in the air. That was pretty cool. Have you seen the new Yak gear showcast at iCast? The new Yak gear. No, that sounds cool. Yeah, I'm not keeping track of all that. Salty, I'm the worst. I need like, I see my, like we're talking about making SATs, right? I have my Kraken that I want to sell. I still haven't sold. I haven't listed it. I need to list it. Turn that thing into some Satoshis. That I have some graphics cards I need to sell too. I just dismantled some of my mining rigs, and trying to sell some graphics cards. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. When is iCast? Is that happening right now? I'll watch the read. What up, Captain Dan? What's up? Glad to see you here, Captain Dan. We're on for lunch this week. I hope if you're in town, I'm gonna try to go to lunch with you every week. if every week is too much, Captain Dan, we can do every other week. But I'm gonna take you to lunch again today. I mean this week. So I'll probably message you tomorrow. I'll message you tomorrow. We'll figure it out what day works for you. Glad you're back. But yeah, we're just shooting the breeze, talking about Bitcoin, talking about fishing, kind of. Oh, nice. Let's go. No, it's been a good. I've been having a lot of fun, guys, and this is where I talked to Leonard about this a little bit too. On Saturday. I feel like I'm more motivated, or I'm more motivated to have like better interactions with people lately. It's hard to like make sense of it. Like with like the fishing production stuff on the other channel. It seems like it's always like go and like go fish and go make videos and stuff. And like lately I just want to hang out with people. Just like hang out and talk about random stuff. I don't know. I get more pleasure out of hanging out with people and like just having conversations, right? Hearing what they have to say. Than like going out and trying to knock out a nice video, you know? Like I'm sorry, it's hard to explain. But anyway, just a thought. That said, I do want to go fish more. I think this weekend was a pretty good attempt. I'm probably gonna go with Bo again in a few weeks to see if it warms up and we can catch some unsuspecting pelagics, maybe some Maybe some yellowtail, maybe some dorado. That'd be awesome. iCast was last week. Oh, okay. I could probably still watch replay. Watch the replay, see what the new stuff is coming out. Is that in Florida? It's crazy. But yeah, speaking of interactions, I'm going out with my kids. I'm going out with my kids, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 8:15. If you can't make it, it's all good. Hope you guys have a great rest of the night and a good day tomorrow at work. Yeah, shore pounding made me want to go out and pound the shore some more. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dude, Leonard, I do like the shore pounding because like you could just, once you're done, you're done. Throw your stuff in the car and you're out of there, right? But I do miss being on the water with the kayak because, or you know what would be cool? If we could time it so we can like see when we should get Brian to take us out, or like the judge. It's nice to fish off a boat, dude. It's nice. Especially when it's not your boat. That's so funny. You know what I mean? It's like yeah, there's no replacing being on the water. Yeah. Sell those Bitcoin and you can get, no way. No way. Keep the Bitcoin. Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. No, buy the Bitcoin, hang on to the Bitcoin. Yeah, my kids are on the age ones. Yeah, that's true. But we have a lot of fun. Take them diving, take them swimming, take them jiu-jitsu, take them to the park, do a bunch of stuff with them. Play rock band. We draw. Okay, so hooked up with Coach. Oh, cool. He has a nice. Oh, very cool. Dude, that's awesome, Captain Dan. He was like, I think his car had just broken down too, so your timing was excellent. Man, that's cool. Jeez. All right. Well, that said, hope you guys have a good night. I will see you guys tomorrow if you show up. If not, no biggie. But I will see you guys. If I don't see you, most of you guys, I'll see you guys on Wednesday for some more Spottyable results, I think, right? And it's gonna be fun. We're still doing a show on Wednesday as well. So Wednesday's episode will be a little bit later, but we're still gonna do it. We're still gonna stack. Salty, start stacking SATs with Swan Bitcoin. Okay, look at my affiliate link, and I still got your 1,000 SATs. Oh yeah, Captain Dan, you're new. We need to get you your 1,000 SATs. So, yeah. When you get your 1,000 SATs, Captain Dan, we'll figure it out. Next when I see you, I'll send you 1,000 SATs because you're on the show. Okay, just so you can have some, you can play with it. Okay, 1,000 SATs is like about 30 cents worth of SAT. It's like about 30 cents worth of Bitcoin right now. So it's not a big deal. But in the future, we'll see, like in 5 years or like 10 years, people will look back and say, man, this guy gave away 1,000 SATs to his subscribers. Can you believe this guy? And it's gonna be awesome. It'll be like the guy that bought 2 pizzas with a bunch of Bitcoin. The only thing I've been stacking is calories. Nice, dude. stacking burritos. The partial things, those partial things you refer to sound like an Italian cookie dessert. Satoshi's? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good, Salty. So a side effect or a benefit of now being on a three jiu-jitsu days a week, then I'm feeling like the calories burn. So I haven't upped my eating. I kept my eating where it's at, but the additional like burn and the additional, I think it's kind of like strength training, but not lifting weights. I guess you're kind of lifting weights, but it's people. Right? You burn a lot of calories when you're on the mat, and then I think it continues to burn after because you're doing some of it's kind of like it's kind of like strength training because you're hoisting a dude up with your legs, you're like kind of like squats, or like you're holding on for dear life. using all your strength to like push somebody off you or whatever, or like to hold on to somebody so they don't push you off of them. So I can feel it. I can feel the difference. I can feel like hardier, I guess you could say. Like my because so I work from home, so I don't do any kind of like real labor. So my body's just kind of been like falling apart. Not falling apart, but just like not as strong as it could be. But once I got into jiu-jitsu and I was going regular, I can feel the difference as far as like being more robust. Robust is a word. Hardy, robust marinara sauce like the one in Domino's Pizza. Cheers. All right. I'm talking gibberish. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. And thanks for jumping in. Remember, stack SATS. Cheers. Bye.